I gave it John Stamos. It is a full house. Bamf. Hi, I am your host, Mike Lafferty, and here is our intro music. That's enough of that. Hey, thanks for joining us for our lunchtime demos today. We have a cast of thousands here to play the Forgotten Ruin RPG with Walt Billiard in the center square, the Alice, as we call it. He will be the OC, aka GM. I am playing Shipwreck, who is the sergeant/sniper who has been thrust into a position of leadership. Sparky, tell the people who you're playing.
I am Jack Howden, the other sniper who is hanging back and shooting all the things.
Okay. Wait, so you're a sergeant too, so you could be making decisions.
Yeah, but it's not happening today.
Ah,
I am not caffeinated.
We've brought so many officers and only one grunt.
a
I'm an
sergeant's not-
E5 sergeant, but I'm a
Sergeant.
medic.
A sergeant's not an officer.
No, non-commissioned officer.
Yeah,
True.
an NCO.
True.
Aid, from across the pond, who are you playing, sir?
Hello, I am playing Alec Wilson, who is a combat engineer.
Excellent, excellent. Jaden Castle, aka Jason Sunday, who are you playing, sir?
I'm playing Jaden Castle, who is a doctor and pilot. His class is state liaison.
And Josie, JJ Johnson, aka Lala, aka
I
Alice.
am playing a paramedic. I am
Okay.
going to be, I'm an E5 sergeant, which, like was said, was not an officer, but I am higher than the private.
And last but not least, there is a private, Princeton, aka Princess Ewing, Jacob Blackman. Tell us about your person.
I am playing Princeton Ewing, who is a man who is strong academic who wants to get into politics and decided that being in the armed forces would help them with their political career, only to be transferred into another freaking world where he has no idea how to speak to any of the native population or utilize any of his good skills of dealing with people. But I got a saw.
Just
And
talk
that's all that
slower
matters.
and louder, just like a Taco Bell. It works. All right. Walt, do you want to give a brief summary of last time?
60% of the time, it works every time.
All right.
So last time you guys were part of a forward-moving interdiction force. The force was sent out into the Forgotten Ruin so that you guys could kind of kickstart humanity all over again after massive plague ravages the planet. My dog is looking at me like, why are you using that voice? That's the scary voice. We don't like it. As a kind of reconnaissance mission, you guys are sent out. Your squad is sent out to investigate some fires that they see off in the distance. You come upon a town, and in that town, you meet one dude who is like, yeah, you guys shouldn't be here. This is not a really good time. Can you come back? We have stuff on the stove. After a little investigation, you meet Joe, the gigantic 7.5 foot tall lizard dude, who is kind of intrigued by you guys and starts trying to create diplomatic relations until you figure out that they're enslaving people from the village for either farming or food. A fight broke out. Mike's character got hit with a barrel. Mike, if you want, you can bring up the map, which in the private chat is right, Chia.
All right.
So you guys started spreading out and laying down lead. Mike got hit by a barrel, like a giant whiskey barrel, and got knocked into the mud. You have one guy that Princeton, aka Princess, decided to deploy a hand grenade on, and he turned the giant lizard dude named Joe into so much Taco Bell hamburger. The leader, the kind of like their lizard man patrol leader, was knocked down.
Didn't I shoot him in the knee?
Yes, you did. He was crawling back toward the barrels when Mike, when the only lizard man that hadn't been hit, he got struck pretty hard. and excuse me, the only lizardman who hadn't been hit, he was the one who threw the barrel kind of like over the building. And that's where you guys are now. So, who is doing a what? So we have. Why can I? Oh, there you are. Your character is right here, Lala. So, if you want, you can move that character around. So yeah, you got a wounded dude right here, and this guy has not been hit yet. He's been kind of like ducking and moving between the barrels and stuff like that. And these guys, the human members of the village, are kind of in a bind because they're lashed together by rope around the neck, and each person is lashed to the other one around the neck, and the line actually goes into this hole right here. Because before he died, the dude Joe, he what's up, people? Operation Chunky Crocodile Soup is a go. Yes.
Oh, Lord. That is because I've learned that bullets, especially high caliber bullets, do not penetrate water. Always throw a grenade into water.
They do, as long as you're not in the water with them.
I'm interested in going and checking on the wounded, and also the people that are chained up together. See if any of them need medical attention.
Right here we have Shipwreck. That's Mike's character. He got smacked with a barrel and smacked pretty hard.
I will go check on him as well.
All right, so let's go down the thing. Princeton, what are you doing? You got one wounded and one.
Princeton's going to open fire on the one that's right out in the open.
This guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the wounded one. Go for it. You got to get a.
Oh, we're still in combat. Okay.
Yep, 14 or higher for him.
Unfortunately, I roll a 12.
All right. Were you starting to? Were you just laying down a single burst, or were you?
No, these things are big and like have thick armor. I'll open up on them.
Okay. Do you have any modifiers to your dexterity?
I do not.
Okay, but you still open up with a burst, which gives you +2, which means you hit this dude.
Okay.
All right, because it was a natural 12, right? It was 12.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Yep. Anytime you mash that trigger and strangle it for a burst, you get what do you call it? A +2.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me some damage.
So that is 2d10.
Yep. And I will. Let's see. You hit him with 2 rounds out of the burst. So go ahead and roll that damage, and then tell me what it is times 2.
I rolled a 15, so 30.
You hear like the wet slap of the rounds, like perforating him, and then the hard chunky sound. El Bezardente throwing the cucumbers. We got to get him in a game. He's so much fun. You hear that chunky sound of like the rounds impacting the wood barrels and stuff like that are right here acting as cover for this guy. But this guy, there's a couple of wet slaps as the rounds penetrate him and punch him into the mud, pretty much ending up as what is going to eventually turn out to be somebody's boots. JJ, you're assisting Mike. Lala?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'm going to go and see about binding Mike's wounds.
All right. So you're a medic.
Hello.
Yes, I was in Doctors Without Borders and then decided to join up with the military to help and ended up here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, would you guys like to go ice
The
skating
presence of
today,
orcs
or,
would be a
swimming?
Jason. Yeah. When you not going, just hit that mute button for me. Let's see.
I think that's Mike that I'm now next to. Cool. So let's okay.
Go ahead.
So I want to use my improved first aid kit.
Do it.
Okay, how do I do that?
As soon as I pull up the book, because I'm a bad GM. I am a very bad GM.
The improved first aid kit is not listed in the copy that I have at the moment. So it's missing from that.
I got it somewhere. So go ahead and roll. You get to heal him for up to 1d6.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that.
I rolled 3.
Nice. All right.
Thank
so
you.
he gets.
And I'm just grumbling under my breath that who here understands Mandarin?
I do.
Okay.
Actually, I do.
I'm grumbling in Mandarin about him getting himself hurt because he just runs into things based on the report I heard earlier.
He was trying to find cover. Of course, it was raining barrels, so there was a thing. All right. So you're also level 1.
Yes, I am.
So he gets an additional point out of that, and that means, Mike, all that damage, she manages to hit you with a couple of stimulants, some painkillers. She
Here's
puts
an epi shot.
a Barbie Band-Aid like over the top of a couple of things, just so that it's easier to find you amongst the wounded, and then you get all that damage back.
No, I'm gonna put a Care Bear on it.
Care Bear.
Band-Aid.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Care Bear Band-Aid. Right on his forehead.
Punishment 90. You're not wrong, man. All right, Jason.
I think I'm gonna drop some rounds in this guy right here, with a military carbine.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
I just
so-
thought I could do that.
Go for it.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
Rolled
A 2?
A 1.
Oh.
Plus-
Ooh.
So that's a jam. So next round, you're going to have to spend like clearing it.
You wanted
Got
Right?
it.
You're sitting there and you get the hard click of the trigger going back, but nothing happens. So probably a bad primer. You just got to clear it. In the military, you would have some NCO yelling at you to apply sports.
Yep. Tap the forward assist.
Yeah, you know it, brother. Aid, what do you got? Calling Aid Smith. Aid Smith.
Hey,
He must have run to the bathroom. Sparky.
Yes, I am going to shoot the big guy who's still not down. He needs to go down right now.
This guy right here?
Yep.
Yep. He's hiding behind the barrels, so he's got partial cover.
I rolled my d20 right off the table. That's what kind of day it's been.
As long as the dogs don't get it, you're good.
That's the real miracle. 14.
Nice. All right. So you punch around into him. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see here. It's 2d10, right?
Yes, sir. No, excuse me. 2d6.
Was it 2d6? Okay.
Is it a sniper rifle or?
It's a sniper rifle.
Oh yeah, no, 2d10. You were correct. My bad. I was thinking like M4 and Mark 18, any number of that nonsense.
Let's see here. 10.
All right. You blast him in the throat. He kind of like grabs the Aid, are you back?
Hello.
Excellent. So Sparky, you snap him in the throat. He kind of like puts his hand on it, and you can see blood like and gore venting out the side of his fingers as he's trying to keep it together.
Mhm.
Aid, that brings it to you.
Yeah. Are the guys still getting dragged down the hole by being tied around the necks?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they're up.
Um,
They're right up here.
How far am I away? Am I the furthest away?
You're playing Alec, right?
Yeah.
That's you right there.
Okay, I'm going to start dashing towards them and see if I can cut them free. So I'll move as far as I can.
All right. Give
And
me a
see.
dexterity check. So roll your dexterity or below with a -2. So what's your dexterity?
My dex is a 9. I got 13. So, I'm hobbling.
Yeah, you're running, but you're dodging this canoe right here. You're running around Princess so you don't get in that line of fire. So then you got to run on this side of the dock. This side of the dock has massive holes in it because Princess decided to play a set of drums via a grenade against the against the dock. So it's
Damn,
It's-
Skippy.
it's a hard rush, and then as you're running, you see this guy right here who's badly wounded from the next shot. He falls down across the hole and puts his paws on the rope and yanks as hard as he can to send those 3 dudes back into the hole.
Okay.
These guys are not endearing themselves to us.
So those 3 guys disappear. That brings us back around. Shipwreck, you've been healed. JJ is just on your left, so keep that in mind when you're shooting.
Okay. Presidente, you were on this podcast, and you were a lot of fun as the hacker in our honey heist.
Yes, honey heist was dope, man. That was fun.
Yeah. All right, so I've gone from 0 hit points back up to full hit points, thanks to
How many hit points do you have?
3.
Yeah, you might want to be careful.
All right, I guess I'm getting my big gun
I
and
gave you 4. You couldn't even cap off on that.
No, he's got 3.
I full HP for this guy was 3. What character creation? Okay. So who's still standing?
This guy is kind of like half kneeling, half crawling. He's hurt bad though.
All right, I'm gonna go for a headshot with old Betsy.
Hit it.
Rolling D20, and boom. Oh, that's awful. Got an 8.
Yeah, you managed to hit the dirt right in front of him. It sprays up a little bit, but there's not a lot of impact on his side. Princeton.
Okay. All the guys have fallen down the hole.
Yep.
So they're no longer in line of fire.
Correct.
Great. I'll open up on the guy who yanked their rope.
Gotcha.
So this gives me a +2. However, I roll a 3 for a total of 5, so that's going to blow.
All right, so he kind of crawls behind the barrels a little more, which gives him a little protection from your shots. But you're just like pelting him with dirt and gravel from like the sandy beach. It's frenetic and it's not leaving him much to do. So he's just kind of hiding against your barrage. So it's almost like you're suppressing. JJ.
So I am going to open up on that guy with my military carbine.
Yep.
And as I do so, since I'm allowed to say this, I am calling out Wombat Ben.
Which means?
I'm going to say that. Well, okay. So then, nice.
Is it?
It's SOB. We'll go with that one.
That works. Yep.
There are 3 different definitions. We're going with SOB. And I rolled a nat 1, so apparently my carbine jams.
Yep, you're gonna have to spend the next round jamming it.
Everyone, stop using the digital dice.
They're cursed.
So Jaden, your rifle was jammed, and you what do you call it? You pull back the charging handle.
Yeah.
Yep. Slap the magazine. You go through all the methods.
Observe, release, tap, and shoot.
There you go, brother. And then next round, your rifle will be back in operation. Aid.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the same guy that Jacob just shot, who has ruined the rescue attempt I was previously going to do. So, okay, it's a 9 to hit with a carbine.
All right. It blasts a huge chunk out of the barrels that he's now behind again for partial cover. You can still see he's bleeding out pretty good, and he's moving a lot slower than he was when they all came up here. So Sparky.
Yeah, I'm going to wreck another fresh round in and take another shot at him because, good Lord, this thing does not want to go down today. That's a 17.
Give me some damage.
Let's see. 12.
All right, so he manages to find enough strength to grab around some of these, one of these big giant barrels, and as he goes to lift it up above his head, Sparky's round punches through the barrel. You see a shutter of the barrel in front of him, and as it drops, you see a gigantic entry hole covered in wood into his face. The barrel drops, and then he slumps under the mud right behind, and the scene goes quiet. Deus Ex Machina for sure on those roll 20 dice rollers. Yeah, I think they got something against us.
Whenever we play supers, those roll 20 dice are giving me like high numbers. Okay, I'm just saying.
That's because it's all D6. All right, so what do you guys do? You have 3 dead lizard men up here. Your victims have been thrown back down the hole. And the guy that kind of brought you in here pulls the leather like apron that's across the window and kind of peeks his head out, and he's like, "Are you dead?"
Well, Ewing's plan is to go and see if the people who were thrown down the hole are still alive or if they're choking.
Yeah, from what I heard of the situation with the whole rope around the neck, that's where the medic's running. That's where I'm running. Is to go check the people.
All right, which is all right here.
We are not dead, sir.
He says, "That's good. You should probably escape." He's like, "Wait, why are you all running toward the hole? Why are they running toward the hole?"
Is that the lizard guy that brought us here?
No. It's
No.
it's one of the townsfolk.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's kind of like stuck his head out the window right here, right
Okay.
where Castle was using that area for cover.
This is what I get for missing a session.
And he says, he's like an older dude. He's like the town elder. And he was kind of the ones who warned you guys about this initially. And he's just like, "Hey, you need to go." All right. So you guys all start moving toward the hole.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. We put JJ there. That's there. All right. So ladder going down, and it's a what do you call it? Like almost like a mining ladder. So it's pretty sturdy. It looks like they put pitons into the rock to keep it in place, and it looks like maybe 10, 15, 20 feet down to the bottom, but you don't see anybody there.
I guess we keep climbing.
All right. So you guys are going down in.
Yep.
Down in the hole.
Down into the hole.
Princess operates as Overwatch as everyone proceeds down.
All right.
We'll look at Jacob using military terminology. All right.
Right on. Me Reiki. All right. So you guys enter into the hole. There's it's kind of spiky, jagged rock all the way down surrounding the ladder. Lots of roots, and looks like maybe at one time this area was forested because there are tree roots and everything surrounding. And you come onto a landing. The landing has like a tunnel leading away from it. Do you guys go that way?
Yeah.
You can see.
I'll take back I'll watch our 6.
All right. Who's running point? Is that Princeton?
Princeton's watching Overwatch.
Oh, he's up top. Yeah.
I'll take point.
Ryan.
All right.
But
So
I'll pick 6.
you move forward to point, and eventually the rough hewn stone becomes almost like cobblestone, and the walls go from like mined out to smooth, almost constructed. You enter onto a stairway, and you can see light ahead. You guys are all moving around. You come to a stairway, and you hear voices from around this corner.
Are they human voices?
It sounds like they're speaking a combination of like a weird combination of like Korean, Arabic, some Chinese. It's like a pidgin language almost.
Is it the same language that was being spoken upstairs?
Yes, by the
Village?
lizard dudes.
Oh, by the lizard dudes. So there's more lizards down here.
So yeah,
Okay.
right around that corner, you hear a batch of voices and stuff like that.
All right. Around this corner here. Okay, so we get more bad guys around this corner here. There might be some friendlies mixed in, so grenades are probably a bad idea.
So JJ speaks a little bit of JJ obviously speaks Chinese.
I speak Mandarin, I speak Arabic, and I speak English.
So give me an intelligence check with a +2 to your roll. So what's your intelligence?
Sure. My intelligence is a 13.
All right, so 15 or less, and you'll be able to translate for everybody.
12.
I speak Mandarin too.
Oh, same thing. Give me
All
give me a roll, and 15 or less.
I got a 12.
14.
Right on. All right, so you guys who kind of understand what's going on, the lizards are talking in their like hissing language with that weird pigeon that they got going on, and they're talking up about the chief is going to be very mad at them because they failed to get the offering back onto the ship. One of the lizards is explaining that somebody has come to the village with very powerful magic that they can't overcome.
So for the offering, given the languages that it's derived from, offering may have certain.
Slave.
Okay, cool. So slaves. Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, they're talking up, the big boss, whoever that big boss is. They continually use the word chieftain. It's is going to be very upset at them for losing losing some of the cargo, and also upset at them that they were so thoroughly trounced by your very powerful magics. Do you guys go around the corner? What do you guys do?
Well, I mean, they've been terrorizing and enslaving the local population. So yeah, I think we should go around the corner.
Are you going to like dash around the corner? You going to send somebody to do a sneak and peek? How are you going to work it?
I will peek around the corner and see what I see.
All right.
Using all my stealthy sniper skills.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
It's a D20, right?
Yes, sir. So what's your dexterity?
I'm sure it's super high. It's 16, so plus 1.
All right. So yeah, you make it, and this is what you see. You see lizard dudes in these alcoves.
Mm-hmm. Just 2 of them?
3 of them,
3
right
of them.
there.
Okay.
Yep. And then there are 3 of the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Still tied around the neck.
Okay.
But they are centered around this small pool, and you got a set of stairs right here that leads down to the south to what looks like an open area with a whole bunch of like trees and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I communicate that back to my team, and I set up to try and take a snipe at one of the lizardmen.
All right. All right.
Do we have any captive lizardmen for questioning?
You would have had one, but you decided to take a high caliber round and change his mind about a few things.
Okay, so let's try to not kill one of these guys so we can talk to him.
Yes, 1 prisoner. Very well.
Yes.
Is there a position here without stepping around the corner that I can have higher ground?
This is all higher ground.
Okay, this is all higher ground.
You're just going to have to make a. You're going to have to make. The answer is grenade. You'll have to make some.
I wish I had a grenade.
Some movements. So it's going to take you a little while to get into position because this is all tangled roots and stuff.
Okay, cool. Higher ground with some cover is totally viable, though.
And all those characters you guys should have control of, so you should be able to move them.
You moved us to a different map, so I no longer have control of my.
What? Filthy no good so and so's.
Yeah, when JJ disappeared on control.
I will find the Lala.
Thank you.
You should have control.
I do have control now.
All right.
My name appeared, so I know I have control.
All right. So, but yeah, you got a lizard man here, you got a lizard man here, and you got a lizard man here. And then as you guys are kind of setting yourselves up, a guy with all like a bunch of fetishes. So he's wearing like a necklace of what looks like shark teeth. He's got the He's got a string of raven skulls braided around his arms, and he's wearing like blood red headdresses and stuff like that. He appears right about there, and he's kind of hard to see because he's
When you say guy, do you mean human or lizard man?
lizard dude.
So he's also scaly. I'd say he's the high value target we want to not kill. For
All right, and he starts berating the others, you should have known better. That I should have been consulted. This is not the way we do things. This is sloppy, and the masters will be very upset that we have been poor emissaries.
I shoot him in the shoulder.
All right, surprise round, Mike.
So,
Right.
so what is Lubiderm Croc saying?
This guy right here is basically, and to give you a better look at what you're dealing with.
Okay, got it.
Right, he's
Handsome.
yeah, he's handsome. He's basically saying that everything that was done so far was done very sloppy, and he should have been consulted long before it ever got this messy.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mike, go ahead.
All right, I rolled an 11. Let's see, if it's dexterity, I get +1 to hit, and it's my signature weapon, so I get another +1 to hit. I think if those stack, it's
you got an 11.
Yeah.
You managed to basically like blow a hole in the cloak that he's wearing, knocking off one of the shoulder pauldrons, and he looks like what the hell just happened to me, Princeton.
Well, since where I placed myself, the only target I currently have available is the shaman, who I'm assuming is the shaman, or that guy. I am going to shoot that guy since we want to take the shaman alive.
Gotcha.
So I get a 17.
Nice. Go ahead and let's see. Out of your burst, once again, 2 shots hit.
Damage is 15 on the dice. 9 and a 6.
So one of the round punches through his leg, and as he like bends over to grab the pane, the next round kind of like singes his arm, shattering that little like ring of skulls, and kind of like drops him down to his knees. There's a big wave of blood as that burst goes by, and just oh no, wait, you were hitting this guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah, no skulls come off, but yeah, he goes down hard, and like starts crawling across the surface, so you can't see him now because he's in like a depressed ground. This is below your line of sight, so it looks like you knocked him down, and you knocked him down hard.
Take it down.
JJ is going to shoot the southern one there because I have a clear line of shot. And
which one?
This one.
So the one that what do you call it? That Jacob just hit.
Jacob just hit the north one. I thought.
That's the one you're targeting is the one I
Okay,
shot.
I have a clear line of shot on the north one as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot the north one.
Go for it.
And I rolled a 16. I believe we're going with we're going with up AC, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you got him because you need a 14 or higher to hit these guys.
Awesome. I rolled a 5 on my die, so 5 damage.
It punches through. They're wearing like almost like turtle shell armor. It looks like some sort of shell or chitinous, like almost like a carapace, kind of woven together and stuff like that. It shatters it. It looks like a hammer on top of like soft plaster. Shatters that part of it. Sends a huge gout of blood out of his back. He takes a step back and kind of roars at at his misfortune. Jaden Castle.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at this guy right here.
Okay, same one that she just hit.
Yep, and I'm gonna go with manual dice. The roll 20 ones are cursed, as they say. Okay, so I rolled a 12.
All right. What's your dexterity?
Let's see. My dexterity is a 16, so a +1.
A +1, so that's a 13. And Do you have any optics? Do you have anything that would increase the ability for you to smack somebody? Any special abilities? Probably not.
Nah. Smooth
All right.
talker and charismatic's just not going to do it.
You talk the whole time you're pulling that trigger, and
Show 'em some love.
lamenting that time when you could have been out there in Georgetown in the middle of Washington schmoozing it up, but no,
Yeah.
you had to run down here and jump through a quantum tunnel. It looks like he's like juking back and forth, trying to dodge whatever's coming his way, and the round impacts right behind him, shattering some of the stone. Aid.
Okay, who can I see? Who's the nearest target?
All right, so you have this guy who's kind of obscured. You really can't see him too well. This guy took a shot and is kind of voicing his concern that the service might be terrible. And there's another guy to the north. He's just, I don't know if, he's right up there, right? He hasn't been hit yet, but he looks like he's readying a big old short bow.
Okay, as he is the nearest, I will have a crack at him.
Do it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, 20.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Get me some percentile dice and roll.
Go, A, go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, percentile. 47.
47. That is arm. So he is going to get minus. All right. So you take a round out, blast right through that. Once again, that kind of like shell armor that they're all wearing. It shatters pretty easily as you guys start dumping rounds into it, and you blow a gaping hole into his shoulder, which is very counterproductive for an archer.
Cool.
So you blow a huge gout of blood behind him. He takes a step back and looks furious that he was just hit.
Okay. If you want D6 damage, I roll a 5 as well.
Right on.
Okay.
So he's down 5. All right. So Sparky.
I'm gonna pop out and hit that guy in that northern little cubby hole.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a shot on him. I rolled a 19.
Oof. Damage.
15 damage.
So are you talking about this guy up here?
Yeah. Yep. The
That
one
guy
that's up there hiding all by himself.
So he takes the hit.
He needs attention.
He gets blasted. So Aid blasts him in the shoulder. Basically, like he looked like he was starting to pull back on a stringing an arrow and pulling it back. Aid hits him in the shoulder and basically ruins the shot. Right as he goes to like restring and go for another hit, you punch him straight into the chest plate, dead center mass, and drill him into the floor. That goes to their turn. The dude with the funny colored headdress shouts something in a language that you guys haven't encountered yet, and I need saving throws from everybody.
Is this a saving throw to not die? Because I get a bonus to that.
It is not.
Okay.
Rolling
Saving
D20.
throws. What have we done?
I just barely made mine.
All right.
I failed.
I roll a 16.
What is your? Hold on 1 second. Your first level, Mike.
Yep.
You'd think I'd have this all on a character sheet.
His saving throw should be on his character sheet because
14 or higher. So Mike, you made it.
I made a 6.
I failed mine.
Yeah, I need a 14. I've got a 17.
8 is good. JJ failed hers. All right, so I had JJ and Jason fail, and everybody else made it.
No, I failed mine. I got a 10.
Princess, no. All right.
I think I have more hit points than anyone else in the entire team.
So he screams out something. It's almost like It's almost like a super hot day, and you got that like heat vapor coming off the pavement. That kind of effect waves all across you guys.
Oh, he's cooking booking.
Yeah, a bunch of you guys wave it off, but those of you who didn't, you are kind of you can see what's going on, you can hear what's going on, but you can't move. You seem to be frozen in place. As for VTT, this is roll 20, just because it's super simple and I'm too lazy to use anything else.
What if you're paralyzed while your finger is on the trigger?
Oh, that's a good idea. So there's basically a wall of gunfire, because you were about to start suppressing, weren't you?
Oh,
So that means there's a wall of gunfire cutting across right there.
Until you
Until
have
the belt runs out. Yep. So Jacob, do me a favor and roll a d6. Tell me what you got.
Roll a d6. I get a 6.
All right, you're still good. All right, so yeah, there's gunfire going across there. That brings us back around because everybody. Oh wait, this guy hasn't gone yet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that makes that easy. Starting from the top. Oh, Sparky.
yes, sir.
So this guy brings up his own bow
Oh, no.
launches an arrow. He sits there and he yells out, and for Mike and JJ, who are able to hear what's going on and like kind of translate, he yells out, "For the great Pharaoh, I kill you!" And he rips back that arrow, and as you see the limbs on the bow start shaking with the tremendous force it's gonna level this arrow at, the string snaps.
Hero of 1, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's not
I
good.
go.
So Mike, you're up.
All right. So we need to kill the spellcaster fast because, yeah, that was not good. So I lined up on him with old Betsy and take a shot.
All right, go for it. 14 or higher. A 3.
Is there any way to do a reroll in this game, or I just had to?
No, that's supers. If you
right.
want, we can play the supers version of this, which is super fun.
We're in combat. I'm not going to say, "Hey, let's change rules. Let's change rule systems." I don't like my rolls.
That's a new one.
The round ricochets off. Yeah, let's change systems. This sucks. The round ricochets off that back wall, almost hitting the guy that's got on his last breath, who's kind of crawling around the floor. Princeton, saving throw.
I don't think a 9 is going to do it.
Nope. You struggle against this weird ethereal effect, but yet you're held in place. JJ.
Rolling my saving throw. 17 this time. I make it on my save.
All right. So you managed to fight your way through and get the movement in your limbs back.
Okay.
So everything's
So I'm
groovy.
done for this round. Next round, I'll get to act.
Jason.
Maintaining my cover under these roots that I'm hiding behind, by the way.
So hit me with that saving throw.
Got a 14.
I think you just make it, don't you? What was your saving throw?
14.
Yeah, you just make it. So you managed to push through the haze. Aid.
Okay, I'm going to have a crack at the spellcaster chap.
Which is right there.
As he's proven to be an ass. Right. A 16.
Nice. Give me some damage.
Okay, damage from the carbine. Oh, crap.
2d6.
Okay. It's 2d6.
Yep.
Okay, a little bit better then. It was a 2, now it's a 4. So 2
right.
to 2.
Oh, carbine's 2d6 because we have it written down as 1d6 for military.
We were using the enhanced rules.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So the enhanced rules give
I have
you
more damage than I thought. Thank you.
The enhanced rules give you all the weapons are deadlier. The only problem is they're also deadlier for you.
Cool. I get to roll an extra die on damage. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We go. Going. Aid gets 4 points. Punches him. Like it hits the side of his hip. Blows out where probably a kidney should be, and he looks very badly wounded. Sparky.
Let's see. What am I going to do? I'm going
You
to
got
try to
this guy
smoke.
with a bow and arrow.
I'm not going to be doing anything because I rolled a 6 anyway. I'm going to try to shoot the guy that lined up a shot on me and broke his string, and pay him back by missing horribly.
The sound scares the crap out of him though, and he ducks out of the way.
I'll take that.
Not that he can hear much of it due to the fact that Jacob is strangling the trigger right now because he can't move. So now out of the south, we have some movement. You guys catch the movement out of the corner of your eye. So it appears to be a lizard man. The lizard man's lower half, like his legs up to his waist, are swallowed by a giant constrictor snake.
Ooh.
Threaded
This
around
isn't
his
cool.
back and body are all these like serpents. Some look venomous, some look like constrictors, and they're just like writhing around him like they're part of his body. His mouth is open. The lizard man's mouth is open, but it looks like his jaw is completely snapped, and there is another snake head coming out of his throat that seems to be guiding all of this. And it says in a voice that you can hear in your head, but not so much in through the cavern, I ordered them all dead. You have defied me for the last time. Mike,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do?
I shoot it with my gun.
That sounds like a solid plan.
All right. Is there anything I can do to enhance my terrible rolls, or just gotta take it?
I would say use real dice.
Use real dice.
Is there anything like an aiming action?
Yeah, he can aim. If he takes this round to just aim, he gives up. He'll be the first guy who acts in the next round, and he gets
Mhm.
+2 to his shot.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
take it like a man, Mike.
Yeah.
Time to step on Sneck.
Yeah, that's
Also,
what I'm gonna.
Mike, you're a sniper, so you get a bonus to hit and damage at first level for being a
Yeah,
sniper.
I get a +1, also
Cool.
+1 from
Just want to
Dex.
make sure you remember that
So-
because some of us don't have that awesomeness.
What's the bonus from the taking a round to aim? Is it bigger than +1?
+2. So you get all of your normal bonuses, plus you get a +2.
All right. I will take this round lining up on that crazy whatever the fuck he is thing, and that's my action.
Jacob.
I
Oh,
will
that's
attempt a
saving
saving throw. I get a 15.
There you go. The haze lifts, and your limbs are yours to control again. Do you cease the line of explodey running across
Yes.
that cavern?
Yes, I take my finger off trigger, check my weapon to see how much ammo I've gone through.
So do me a favor, roll another d6.
I again roll a 6.
All right, that's good. All right, so basically what we're rolling for those at home, the squad automatic weapon is good for about 500 shots if you're going like, 6 to 9 round burst, 6 to 9 round burst. If you mash the trigger, you can melt the barrel. And that's what the roll simulates. It simulates like you're just dumping rounds for a minute straight. And in the next minute you dumped more rounds, there's a chance you can bend the barrel and ruin that barrel. Most saw gunners carry 2, 1 barrel on the gun, 1 barrel in the pack. But yeah, that's good. That's something that could happen. JJ.
So JJ is going to, from cover, shoot at the new incoming.
All right.
I'm going to try and shoot at it. Is there called shots?
You can. You're gonna.
Okay. So
you're
as
gonna
it's
be.
hissing, I'm going to try and shoot it right in its face.
It's a -4.
Okay.
And you need a 13 or higher to hit this thing.
I rolled a nat 20.
Woo!
Give me a. Do you want to take the called shot, or do you want to take the? Do you want to take the percentage roll?
I'll take my cold shot. I called shot right in the face. I'm going to take my cold shot.
All right. Give me damage and multiply it by 3.
Sure. So 9 times 3 is 27.
Jeez. I have to roll. What do you call it? You blow off the thing's head. I mean, literally evaporates. The giant abomination thing vomits the head out, and you hear the cracking and snapping of bone adjusting as the lizard man's head kind of like retakes its shape, and it yells out, kill them all, and it looks like it's going to start to retreat. It did not like what you just did.
You're right, Jacob. Roll real dice. My dragon die was nice to me.
Jaden.
All right. So what's my chances of talking sexy to this thing?
To the shaman or the abomination?
The shaman. Yeah, I'll get him to work with me. I'm a smooth talker and I'm charismatic. What would my role need to be to?
So you're gonna have to need a charisma check. What's your charisma?
Charisma is a 15.
All right, so you're gonna have a -4.
Okay.
So you're gonna need an 11 or higher. Excuse me, 11 or less.
Okay.
All
right, a 6.
So what do you say to this guy? You know,
hey,
like,
you
hey baby, what
sexy
you're
saying? You want to join our team and let's kill this snake thing?
We will deal with the consequences of your actions in a moment. Aid.
Okay. Is the guy now casting still standing?
He is. This guy is still standing.
Okay, then I'll take another shot against him.
All right, and it looks like Jason was doing some charismatic voodoo on him, but he is still standing.
That was the guy, was it?
Yep.
Okay. What about short bow guy?
He's over here, and he looks like he's got his bow set up again, and he's about to start laying arrows in you guys.
Okay, so I'll take a crack at him instead. That's cool. Okay, so I got a 14.
Yep, that's a hit. Give me damage.
Okay, and damage-wise, I
2d6.
3 and a 6, 9 damage in total.
All right. So he gets his thing, he basically drops the bow down between his legs, stretches it to, string another one. He pulls his arrow, and you can see like the poison on the front of this arrow just dripping off in this black goop. You see that black fletching come back and meet the side of his jaw with his thumb, and the round punches through his throat, dropping him into the street. That gives us to Sparky.
Cool.
No, I can't. Press the button.
Yep, wrong button. I have a dog that's losing their ever-living mind. I'm going to take a shot at the big guy while yelling, why did it have to be snakes? I rolled a 19.
All right, give me some damage.
And 16 damage.
You hit it in the spine. The thing kind of roars and pitches backwards. As it hits the ground, the giant constrictor that basically has the lizard man's legs in his mouth coughs him out. And the rest of the serpents just kind of like start dispersing. And the lizard man himself is dead on the ground. Mike, you got one guy right here that seems like he has not been totally dealt with. He looks like he was crawling toward the edge right here and started to climb up.
All right. I guess I'll take my shot on him. I do not get my aiming bonus since the guy I was aiming at is now dead, right?
Yeah, but round is still a round. So if you're still taking that round to aim, you still get the bonus.
All right. Let's roll d20. Boom. God damn it, motherfucker.
I'm sending you as a dice.
The dice do not love you tonight.
Yeah, the round hits the what do you call it? The round hits the pavement, kind of like the stone right next to him, but he seems like he bleeds out right at the base of the shaman's feet, and the shaman like holds his hands up in surrender. Right? He says, "So, tell me what you like most about my eyes, little human."
Oh, they remind me of the jewels of the Nile. They're so beautiful.
And on that note, that's where we'll end our playtest of Forgotten Ruin before this gets all sorts of weird.
We don't want to dig into this particular scene next time.
That's up to you guys.
All right,
saxophone music.
We'll talk off the air. Thanks for watching BAMF Forgotten Ruin playtest. And we might play next week. We might do something else. I guess we'll figure it out. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.